All right, everyone. Mike here with the watch list video for Monday, November 18th. The SPY kind of rolling back over. Closed right around the 20-day, though, so you could argue, I guess, it's still holding up pretty well. But the NASDAQ was down 427. The Dow was down 305. So a little bit of ugliness out there. Let me throw this over. New members, please pause the video and read that. And I'm going to highlight one great call from Friday. Sahil gave us DXYZ. It was already on the bounce playlist, so I put it on the bounce playlist before this green candle occurred, right? Had this huge move, 4 days in a row down into the 8-day, kind of retesting this high right here. And then on an intraday basis, because this is what matters when you're a day trader, it did give a setup. It actually gave two. I'm going to show this too. This was the opening 2-minute candle, and it topped at 27.50. So this was a gap down bounce play setup. In pre-market, I said it's the only one that I'm watching for a gap down bounce play setup. And then and you had a half number at the early high. So the red to green, again, I didn't call this. I actually saw it happen, but there wasn't that much volume yet, and it's a scary stock. But man, if you took that over 27.50, you had what, over an $8 move. But anyway, let's go back to 5-minute candles and show the call that was made. So it rallied for about 10 minutes and topped at 30.88, then put in a lower high right here. Again, a half number, 30.50, and then started to do this. And Sahil's idea was back through 30.50, the intraday lower high, which broke right there. And you had the earlier high above, and then you had the what I call the catalyst of free advertising on the new high of day ticker, as a bunch of traders around the world see DXYZ scrolling by on their new high of day ticker and say, oh man, it's going again, right? And it made a really nice move. I did get this one on Sahil's call, and then scaled out into strength. That was a perfect example of why I have stocks on Bounce Watch, right? Looking for setups like that on an intraday basis. So anyway, let's leave it at that and go right into what we're watching for Monday. BKSY had this nice pop on Thursday. Kind of a quiet inside day on Friday, so I'm going to watch it. CPRI had this, it kind of looked like a double bottom here, and a pretty good push on Thursday, and Friday ended up going out near the highs, but still below Thursday's high, so that's a decent setup. Typed that wrong. PULM is it really extended from the moving averages, and it had a couple crazy days, but Friday was still inside of Thursday, so I am going to put it on watch. I'm not in love with it. SPPL, not in love with this either, but had a really nice move back here, pulled back, and then had news on Friday and had a nice run, but closed a little bit over where it opened. But for me, I look at this chart and I say, well, this is still an in-play stock, right? Traders are watching it. So we're going to put DXYZ back on watch. Great relative strength to the market on Friday. CMP, nice volume. We're going to watch that one. ZETA, and here come the bounce plays, right? ZETA, beaten up, so I'm going to put it on bounce watch. LUMN just goes back on bounce watch. Had this big run, and now you've got 4 days in a row on declining volume. Could be ready to turn back up. OUST, kind of the same thing, getting a little bit close to a round trip, although the run started right here. So it's still, it's still probably at a decent fib level. I don't really follow that, but it is in the buy zone between the 8 and the 20. So if it's going to turn back up, hopefully it gives us a setup tomorrow. HIMS, another red day, getting down to near recent lows, which was right here. Certainly overdue for a snapback bounce, so it goes on watch. ALT, I don't really like this one very much. It's a terrible trader from what I've had to deal with it, but you did have the breakout, and now you're 3 days lower and back into the 20-day. So it might give a bounce, but it's also round tripped from the rally. So I don't love it for that reason. All right. AMZN, Amazon. Bear with me. Let me fix something here. Amazon just was really, really strong, and now you got a couple red days. Pretty good volume though on Friday, but I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna put that one on bounce watch. And then VKTX just really decimated. I mean, this thing was 81 something at the end of October, close to the end of October, and now is down in the 40s. So, and it bounced nicely back here So maybe if we get down to this 47 level on an intraday basis, maybe we catch a turn. But anyway, it goes on bounce watch. And then SMCI is really, really beaten up. I don't know why my thing's so slow here, but it did gap down on Thursday and closed above its open. And again, Friday finally showing a little bit of strength. And I'm trying to see where it went out. I think on Friday it ended up going out somewhere around 2168. So it looks like it's maybe had news in after hours, so it could be on gap watch. Anyway, it's a beaten up stock. We'll watch it for a possible what they call maybe dead cat bounce. Who knows if that's the right term on Monday. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in pre-market. Let's work together in pre-market and add some gappers to this list. All right. Enjoy your Sunday.